Here comes the dreaded enforcer of Noah Hart trying the inside there. Couldn't get it done on Perkins. We know Perkins has got a fast car, the Season 14 American 700 winner, but I'm not sure if exactly... we saw early on that he was able to hold a lead, but it looks like Hart's just going to dive low and take it. Hart's car... I think Noah Hart's just playing with him now. He's just seeing what his car can do in the pack, and Vernier's going to be a big problem here. Vernier's going to be a huge problem for some of these guys. Perkins, especially. Looks like Michael White's going to... looks like lap cars are going to get held up, thankfully. Vernier got out of the way, but it looks like Galligan and Perkins got held up pretty badly. The worst case scenario now is that they're starting to catch the secondary pack here. Emma White's first to bail on pit road. That means probably Galligan will. Nah, Galligan stays out. The pack is starting to catch the secondary pack, which is up to 16th position. Will Hoyt's leading it, but the majority of these cars are another lap down, or have already been lapped. But if we can actually see some interest. Our best chance for a caution actually is going to be when this pack catches. However, we're getting close to pit stops again. Maybe it'll cycle through under pit stops, but at this rate, we might not see a caution for a long time. And with it being this hot, that's not good. Emma White and the 638 of Charlie Smith are trying to roll the dice a little bit here and pit. Well, I think Smith's got a... Well, no, Smith was in for a scheduled stop. I apologize. I thought he was in for a mechanical issue. But they're trying to roll the dice a little bit here and try a different pit strategy, which I think they're trying to bet on caution. I don't think you can bet on cautions at this rate, as Galligan actually proves that people can pass Noah Hart without ganging up. And Galligan is going to take the lead that time, but you can't be betting on cautions like that unless, well, now actually might be a chance, but this has been the best chance we've seen of a caution all race and since the first few laps. And it looks like they're handling it pretty well. I mean, they're getting out of the way, and, well, this American 700, it is exciting up front, but there's not a whole lot of cars, and this is at the worst possible time to be catching lap cars, as Galligan's going to pit and, I think, bottle people up. He's going to pit with some lap traffic, but right now Perkins leads, and the one-eyed Will Hoyt is trying to hope that a caution happens because he's going to go a lap down. He's in 14th, and with Perkins is on a tear now to get him. I can see. He wants blood, Perkins does, and he might get him here. Looks like Jacob Hart and Nick Mace got held up by this slow action tear over there. That's of Stephen Pollard III. And Perkins is now caught the 15 car. And that's going to be a very interesting... Well, I think this is going to be pretty easy. Will Hoyt's going to let him go. There's the Squids car of Zebulus Stark. And here comes DJ Curtis on the pits. He also was banking on a caution. He was on the lead lap for a while there, but I think he was racing with Will Hoyt for a little bit there. Oh, Will Hoyt chops off Hart. I think Will Hoyt made a late commitment to pit there. And into the pits they come. Looks like the 15. The 15 could also be playing that same game his teammate, the 55's doing. Because if a caution were to come out, like, that was the closest we've seen to a caution when the 5 chopped off the 18 all race. But we're seeing that if that happens, the 15 and the 55 might be sitting pretty. They're trying some pretty creative pit strategy. Noah Hart leads Group 2 out of the pits as Nick Mace is in third. Looks like the third car out is, or that was the second car out, but the third car out is going to be Hart. There's race leader Cyron, who's lapping people on his crazy yet effective, seemingly somewhat effective strategy if he gets a caution. However, if it doesn't pay off for him, if the caution comes out at the wrong time, it could really cost Cyron. But he's trying to battle with Galligan, who is one of the lead pack cars, and we're actually seeing that Cyron's got a pretty quick car if he can just get into a pack. They're trying a very aggressive strategy with Cyron, and if it works out, it could be dividends for him. Here comes Perkins out of the pits, and Perkins is going to lose the lead to Hart. The Hart crew got a great pit stop there, but now Will Hoyt actually got a reprieve there and is back on the lead lap, but he's got to hope for caution now, and, well, that's not going to happen, I don't think, as Emma White got lapped as well. Thaber's on pit road again. Tyler Thaber is on pit road with a serious problem to the left side, to the right side suspension. We think that the suspension collapsed, or you're maybe filling up with more fluids, as here come some of the lap cars. They're doing both, actually, but Thaber's got some problems, so we kind of saw that that car wasn't handling right, and, well, it's just been proven right there. At the 200-mile mark, Noah Hart leads Sean Perkins there, and that's the lead pack right there. Hart and Perkins. Mace has lapped Will Hoyt, and it looks like Galligan, who was kind of keeping that pack somewhat close together, fell out. Oh! Problems for Tuomas Saarinen. Saarinen's blowing up, or got a problem, I think. And that's not going to be good for Tuomas. He's only going about 147 miles an hour there, and there is a pack coming up on him quick. This could be disaster! Whoa! Oh, we got some cars in the wall! Angel and Shelley are in the wall, and is ARCSOA going to use this to throw a yellow? No, they're not. What a shock. They're keeping this green. Wow, but that was very scary there down the backstretch for Tuomas Saarinen. Had some sort of mechanical problem. And he's still out. Why didn't he pit? Get that thing off the track. Oh my god, that thing is dangerous. Thaber's back out on track. That thing is dangerously slow. That 28 car is. I'd pull that thing way off the track and get it away from people. ARCSOA's telling Saarinen he has to come in. He has to come in. That car is not right. Looks like this time he will. I think somebody went to his inside last time, and that's why he didn't. But serious problems for Tuomas Saarinen. That was a disaster avoided there, but not a good thing for Will Hoyt and, not Will Hoyt, Sean Angel and the 14 car, as Kyle Nova and Marian Shallrot, 13th and 14th, are getting lapped as Jordan Davis is still trying to get back onto the lead lap here. Of course, Kyle Nova was the outside pole sitter today. But like I said, no one is catching that 18 car at this rate. No one. Interestingly enough, though, we're seeing that Jordan Davis now is becoming the fastest car on track. Or, not the fastest, but is one of the fastest cars on track, and actually is holding, for the most part, Hart and Perkins at bay. So, if he gets a caution, he might end up playing a little bit of a good run here. Of course, he is 12th, so if he gets lapped, only the top 11 will be on the lead lap, as there's a pad car coming in. Another pit stop cycle. It's been the story of this race, is where's the 11th place car? Is we're just seeing, I don't know, will we get a caution here? I'm beginning to think we might not the rest of the race at this rate. James Shelley has been down pit road for an extended period of time as they were fixing some damage on that car. However, he came in with his teammate, Sean Galligan, who is actually, Galligan maybe waited for him a little bit there. I wonder if that's what they're doing. Mace has been working with Will Hoyt the whole time, for the most part. Some cars coming out of the pits. Impressive run by, like, Sean Harple, or not Sean Harple. Sean Harple's in 27th, but impressive run by some of these drivers is, like I said, this race is typically about survival, but nobody's falling out. Oh, here comes Hart, and coming in with Nova. Hart and Nova. Pit Perkins is going to do his typical let's stay out as long as we can technique, and Cyron's just nuts. Cooper Cyron is, I believe, going to jump up to second here. He's actually battling with Thaber's a few laps down now, but he's battling with Vincent Allen, who is pitting. And actually, this shows how bad his strategy's become, is that James Shelley is actually racing with him now. And Shelley pitted already, and Galligan's already jumped, I'm sorry, Cyron's a lap ahead of him, never mind. We have now hit, I think, near 100 laps of straight green flag, which we saw that last year, but keep in mind, temperatures now have dropped a little bit more, down to 102. So we're seeing that this American 700 is incredibly brutal. We're already hearing drivers complaining of fatigue already, as here comes Perkins out of the pits We're waiting on Noah. There's Noah Hart back there. Oh gosh, Hart's gonna get a big jump here. Hart's pit crew, Noah Hart's got a good pit crew. As Sean Perkins just got passed really quickly, actually, as Noah Hart's gonna get a big lead here. Big lead, and I don't think, well, Perkins might work with Nova a bit there, as there's 2 lap cars in between, and there's 3rd place. Nick Mace, 4th place is Sean Galligan. Well, actually, no, they haven't recycled Cooper Cyron yet, who seemingly has an bottomless pit for a fuel tank. Like I said, if there's a caution, he would, like, lap up to, like, 3rd place or 4th place. 5th place, actually. So only the top 5 would be on the lead lap at that rate, but... So they really want to be calm right now. This is the closest pack we got on track. Pad Car, Esteban Pad Car, Will Hoyt, Emma White, and Sean Angel. Looks like Nick Mace is also going to catch that group as well. But very, very calm American 700, almost to the point where it's mind-numbing. This pack's starting to get a little racy here, as this will be the battle for 3rd if Galligan catches. We're waiting. There's Galligan. That bottom light's really throwing me off. I keep thinking that there's a caution, but... Whoa. I don't know if I like that indicator light, but... there's a couple Porsche teammates in there, and Emma White, so... I know, there's not a whole lot to talk about in this race, but... I have a feeling there's like a 90% chance there's going to be another caution in this race. Once that caution hits, I'm thinking it's going to turn into a big smash-em, crash-em, wreck-fest. Tuomas Sernen's back out on track and not going 145 miles an hour. He's, I think, quite a few laps down. Yeah, he's like 4 laps down. He apparently had some sort of power surge or something where blew some of the fuses in the car and or circuits in the car, and well, that ended up hurting his chances there. But looks like Perkins is closing in with Nova a little bit there, but just not enough at this rate. Interestingly enough, despite the hot temperatures, we haven't had a car go out since lap 29 with RL Rizu, and there's still 35 cars left. At this stage of the race, I think that's actually approaching a race high. I'm not sure about Season 14. Season 14 actually played out very similar to this, how this one is, except this one's a little bit longer. That was the race at Daytona, where they had a wreck early on, they had a caution early on, and what ended up happening then is they had a long green flag run until about lap 110, and then it went full-on wreckfest for a little bit. But right now, we haven't seen that caution yet that we've been waiting on, and, well, I'm wondering here, if this keeps going like this, I'm betting the drivers are really exhausted by now, and you're going to see that, I think, as this race goes on, that you're going to really start feeling that these cars are going to start... The cars, as well, are going to start failing a lot more. Probably the quietest run of the race is James Silverfox. He hasn't been in a pack all day. He's been with, I think, Pichu London, who's in 7th the whole race. Quite calm race for them. Right now, they are... At this point, I think pretty safe from going a lap down. No, maybe not. They were in turn 3 and 4, maybe getting onto the front stretch. They're about a half lap behind Noah Hart. Perkins, who is drafting with Jordan Davis now, as Kyle Nova, I think, fell off him a little bit there. Is somewhat catching Noah Hart, but we're starting to see some of these cars show their speed here. Top 10 are on the lead lap, and Noah Hart's looking to lap the 2 Red Bulls now. Pit cycle would begin this time. Pretty much it's been drive around a few times, pit. Drive around a few times, pit. Marian Charrot and Emma White would kick off the cycle. They've been working together pretty much the whole race. And Sean Angel is on pit road as well. Looks like another car came in. That would be the 638 of Charlie Smith. We're just going through the order here, waiting for a pit stop. Zabulu Stark pit, DJ Curtis in. Interesting to see him pit. I thought he'd try and stretch it a little bit there. James Shelley was having a few more issues with the car since he hit that wall, and he's down a few laps now. James Shelley was my pick to win the American 700, but he's going to go another lap down, it looks like, as he's quite a bit off the pace now. That car has not been right ever since he hit the wall there, trying to avoid the 28 car. I thought they should have threw a caution for that, but apparently ARCSOA wants to see how far they can push this, so there's green flag run, or they have to throw a caution, so we'll see. Sean Angel's car looks okay after that, however. I'm beginning to wonder what they're going to do with the 55 now. The 55 has been out there, has been going quite a bit longer on pit strategies. I'm wondering if they're going to try and make him skip a stop, maybe, if this race... Maybe they're planning on, if this race stays longer green, that they might be able to skip a stop later. I'm wondering about that, because pretty soon it seems like he's going to be catching up to the cycles. If by the end of the race, if it were to stay green, but maybe Horizon Group knew something about when that... Maybe they figured something out when they ground that bump down, how it would affect the race and effectively turn it into... Well, I gotta admit it, it's kind of a snore fest right now. Both the Hart brothers pit. Jacob Hart is pulling out of his pit box, and oh! The car just blew up! Jacob Hart, one of the best cars of the day, just blew up, and that's going to say a lot for possibly Noah Hart. Jacob Hart is on smoking now. I'm seeing smoke out of it, and he does not have any power. Oh, man, that's going to be a problem. There is oil on the apron. They will keep it green if need be. However, that could be a problem for other drivers coming out of the pits. There's Noah Hart. Noah's going to get held up here by Jacob. Noah is being massively held up by Jacob Hart here. And Jacob kind of blocked his brother. I don't know what that was about, but Will Hoyt's coming out. The pits and kind of an oh, Noah Hart's really slow on track. That's going to be very scary. Noah Hart lost a ton of spots, though. Lost a ton of spots. Now he's going to be the one begging for the caution. He's going to be the one begging for the caution, as is Cooper Siren, I'm guessing. Jacob Hart would get it back around, but that car is done. Jacob Hart, tough break for him. He's going to fall out of this American 700. He had a strong car. Not as strong as his brothers, but I wonder if now Noah's thinking he might get a problem. Who knows? I think what this is going to do, with the exception of Siron, is going to put Perkins in a clear lead. Second is going to end up becoming Galligan, and Noah Hart's actually in this pack. And Nick Mace is in fourth, believe it or not. And Hart is on a mission now. He's on a mission. We'll see. Jordan Davis, though, is keeping up with the 15 car. However, not there, but James Shelley's slow. But now there is kind of a pretty aggressive-looking pack here, and I don't know. We're starting to see some more action out of this. This is for second place, and Sean Perkins is way up the order, but... And that 14 is going to be pretty ominous for this pack to deal with coming up. If they single file out like I think that they have been doing, the drivers have been really smart today in avoiding wrecks, but... And Shelley is one of the more courteous back markers in this series. We don't typically see him as a back marker, but looks like Noah's going to get by him cleanly. He kind of pinches him down, but now they're 3 wide behind. We'll see. Oh, Mace is going to get held up. Mace got held up. But they're going to handle it with the... Oh, there was some contact there between the 480 and the 14 car. But they're going to keep going, it looks like. Looks like Will Hoyt's going to be the only one to really get held up by the 14 car, but they keep going. Noah Hart, after all that being held up with his brother, is up to second. Perkins is being caught. So is Jordan Davis. Here comes Vernier out of the pits. Vernier's been slow all race. He's going to actually be merging with that pack coming up. But they're probably just going to go to the high side and pass him. Yep, that's what they're doing. They're going high line, passing him as Galligan nearly wrecked Noah Hart there. Wow. Problems for P2 London. He had a suspension issue and would fall out of the race as well, as there's looks like Harple's having some issues as well there, but tough break for P2 London. Noah Hart, as the run would progress, would actually take the lead away from Perkins, as Mace is staying out, as Mace is in third. Galligan, I think, is on a pit cycle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. But yeah, this race has been one of those races where we're now starting to pray and hope for a caution, I think, at this race, because we're getting close. If this keeps going green, then we might run the first half of the race with only one caution. Perkins and Mace are now battling as the 18 pitted. Here comes Silver Fox, who's been on the lead lap virtually the whole race. Looks like he's going to get lapped this time, though, but I think Perkins still has to pit, and he is this time. He and Mace are both pitting. This time... Actually, Mace passes on the outside of the apron. Will he slow it down in time? Yes, he does! Impressive pass there by Mace on the outside on the apron. After the pit cycle, it'd be Galligan and Hart leading over Mace in third position. We're not sure what happened to Perkins, but... Is that him? No? Where's Perkins? Perkins must have gotten a slow pit stop because he's way down the order, toward the back now, but we're just seeing Perkins now is going to have to deal with like what Hart had to deal with, and that's having to catch up. Noah Hart and Sean Galligan, though, have a daunting task in front of them. This pack up here, there are a lot of cars in a single file line, and I'm wondering what they're going to do with some of these cars, but we're starting to see how they're going to handle them. And it looks like Hart's going to get blocked there. Galligan might be able to get a run. And we get I think we got a yellow! Yes, we did! We got a car on the wall. That was Marian Charat. So finally, after 140 laps, we have a yellow. And that's going to make things interesting. This was between Marian Charat and Tristan Wilhoit. I think Charat just screwed up here. Yeah, Marian thought she was clear, and, well, Wilhoit was there, and around went Charat. Heavy rear end damage to that car. Perkins just missed it. Sean Perkins did, but that's what Perkins needed, because unlike Hart, Perkins didn't have a pack to draft with, so... Marian Charat into a wreck and finally brings out the second caution of the race. Field dives for pit road. And now we're going to see who is on the lead lap. I think Vincent Allen still is on the lead lap, so Vincent Allen may have gotten a reprieve. I think Silver Fox did as well, so... Yes, Silver Fox is being listed as third. So Silver Fox is doing a nice job as well on this field. Marian Charat would fall out from that wreck. However, I'm not sure why Tristan Wilhoit's on the outside line, but Cooper Cyron actually got up to second, and now Cyron's going to be on the same pit strategy. It didn't exactly work out for Cyron, but kind of did. Nick Mace is going to lead here on the restart. It was a long-awaited second restart of the race. And we are green here in the American 700 once again. And it looks like Galligan's already trying to make moves as we're 4 wide already. And now my prediction might come true where it might turn into a little bit of a crash fest now. Kind of like how season 14's did, as the pack's already starting to split. Vincent Allen's doing an awesome job up there, as it looks like Vernier and... Oh, I don't like this pack, I can tell you that. I don't like this pack. We haven't seen this kind of racing since... Well, the restart last time on lap 10. This is going to be a very interesting pack to watch, as we got a car bailing for pit road. I think that was Kyle Nova. No, Zolt Dormitory. Zolt Dormitory, the Hungarian driver, is having some issues. However, we're going through the field now. DJ Curtis is a lap down. The lead pack, however, it looks like Cooper Cyron's going to take the lead here with help from Noah Hart. Cyron's got a quick car, I'll say, but Nick Mace and Hart have just been the class, or Hart and Perkins have been the class of the field the whole race. Silver Fox is also in this lead group now. Is pretty much, I don't think there's any lap cars in this lead group with the exception of Tristan Wilhoit. Vincent Allen's also on the lead lap, however, I think Allen's just there out of sheer fact that he didn't get lapped. But looks like they're being relatively calm right now. Tristan Wilhoit now is trying to get back onto the lead lap where Jordan Davis was the whole race, except now he got bogged down in traffic. And that's going to be a hard one to come back from, I'll say. Jessica Shelton's a lap down, I believe, as well. We're just seeing where these guys are going to slide in. It looks like Galligan's going for the lead now, so it's good that we're seeing some other cars up here, like Silver Fox, Vincent Allen, and oh, there was one more in there. Silver Fox and Vincent Allen, I'll just say. And Cyron, for that matter. I'm sorry, Cyron. We got both Horizon groups in here on their crazy pit strategies, so I'm interested to see if they're going to keep Cyron on that crazy strategy as this race continues. We're just seeing this lead pack. They're actually racing pretty hard right now. We still have over half the distance to go, but they're racing pretty hard here for, around 350 miles to go, but we're actually closing in on the, well, maybe not 350, but we're actually closing in 40 laps on the 500-mile mark, so... Oh, wait, are we? No, 500 miles is 250. 400-mile mark. I apologize. Noah Hart, once again, is proving that he is the class of the field today, as he is romping away with the Silver Fox, though, is becoming really strong as this race continues onward as well. So, interesting to see, but this backpack is looking even more energetic than the front pack is. There's more cars in it, simply. They're not as fast as that lead pack, but good to see that we're actually getting some side-by-side racing like the fans wanted to see. That caution was a nice breath of fresh air, and I think a lot of drivers needed it because they were close. I think we did 300 miles straight without a caution in 100-degree weather. It's now down to 99, but in 100-degree weather going 300 miles, that had to have been hard on some of these drivers. And we're hearing that fatigue maybe caused that Shallrot lapse in attention span. And actually, Silver Fox is taking the lead, so we got another new leader in this race. So James Silver Fox doing an awesome job today in the 91 car. But it looks like Galligan's going to dive low. Galligan could be a race-winning contender here. And they're coming up to Nicolas Vernier. The pack this is going to be big for them, as looks like Vernier is going to hold up the outside line. And I missed that, but they do get by Vernier all right. I missed it, sadly, but Vernier, or Silver Fox, kind of lost it a little bit there, but he's got to close back in quickly. They are coming up to Zolt Dormitory now, who is quite slow, and James Shelley is going to be a factor as well. But they are trying to be calm here. Trying is the key word. It looks like the 5 is going to be the first to bail for pits. 5 car is. And Dormitory is going to hold up Galligan, not Hart. Hart dives to the inside and gets away cleanly, but oh man, there's a big mess here caused by Vernier. Yeah, this is a big mess. This could end up badly, but looks like they're trying to get by Vernier cleanly. Track's got a lot of room, and they've been using it all race. Tough break for the Collard boys, for the Menervini guys, as the rest of the field are coming in. Collard had a mechanical problem. They think a suspension linkage is going, or they think that the rear axle's going, so tough break for these guys. It was just they were just so excited when they made the American 700, and doesn't look like it's going to be getting too far. I think they were betting on attrition being a factor, and it really never got that way at this rate, so tough break for the Menervinis. Cooper Cyron once again stays out. The rest of the field came in, as we're going to look at Noah Hart here. Cyron, he's getting some fuel mileage out of that car, and if Cyron could pull up the upset and win on debut, that will make it, well, he looks like he's actually not going to go as far as he normally would. He is coming in this time. Behind him, actually, that looks like, is that Galligan? No, that was Shelley. I apologize. That's James Shelley, but I was going to say Galligan was the king of pitting early last time to maybe squeak out some track position there, but looks like Hart is going to try and get away with a nice little jump there, but we're looking back a little further. I think if I'm Galligan and Silver Fox, I'd want to get going, because it looks like the same thing's going to happen as the last run. They're going to get spread out this time, and they can't really let that happen. Because, actually, Vincent Allen gained a lot there. He's been working with Wilhoit, Christian Wilhoit there, and gained quite a lot, believe it or not. So Vincent Allen maybe played that quite well. There's Cooper Cyron getting passed by the 18 car. I didn't think Cyron would take the lead that time, but he's going to slot in behind this group. I think that he's going to be working with Galligan a little bit here. Maybe get that field up a little bit more. And looks like Vincent Allen's a little bit hesitant to pass the 5 of Will Hoyt there, the lap car, and I don't think he is. I think Galligan and Silver Fox lost the pack. Now it's Galligan's turn to come from the back up to the front like Hart did. Mace, or Perkins had to do up a cut of caution because of Shawrot apparently getting dehydrated and thought she was clear of the 5. So we're starting to see that this race is going to take a toll on the drivers. Noah Hart, however, is in his own zip code at this stage, but the pack is actually catching him up now. Galligan may not lose this pack if he can keep working with Thaber. We know Thaber has a quick car, and it looks like they're finally getting that car under control. Cyron's battling now with Vincent Allen and Tristan Wilhoit, the lap car. Cyron's trying to go for, it looks like, 3rd. His teammates in 2nd, so maybe they're going to try once they catch Hart to make a charge. Silver Fox has got to close into that pack if he wants any chance right now to be in the lead group. Maybe work with Will Hoyt a little bit. I think there was some communication between the Porsche and the BMW guys at CBM trying to get them to work together maybe. Will Hoyt could be Silver Fox's savior here, but it doesn't look like Silver Fox's car's sucking up as well as it did, but he's just been kind of hanging around all race, and I'm thinking that Silver Fox could be a threat later on. Hart's been caught now as there's Galligan going for the lead. Cyron's also helping him out a little bit there, as starting to see that the lead group is actually getting quite exciting, believe it or not. And Vernier is going to be a lap car coming up here soon, so I don't think we're done seeing cautions yet, but we're just past halfway now, and 350 miles, so this race has been a long one. However, I think it's just about starting to get good. And they're catching Nicolas Vernier now. Vernier is going to pick a line, maybe. The middle line. Probably the worst line for him to go into, but Mace is going to get held up. It looks like, oh yeah, Mace got held up big time. He gets out of Allen's way, but Mace got held up massively. And it looks like Mace is not too happy with the 62, and now Mace has got to catch up. Mace has got to go quickly, and that ended up helping Silver Fox, however, but Mace has got to close in now, but we know Mace has probably like the 3rd best car out there behind Perkins and Cyron. That's Harple coming out. I thought somebody broke, but actually the 4th best because Galligan's up there too. Close racing down the bottom of the line with Sean Galligan. They tried 3 wide for the lead, but Cyron, the pole sitter, is going to hold the lead that time. Got a nice run off the corner with help from Tyler Thaber, who's proving that if he wouldn't have had that suspension issue from hitting the wall early on, he should still have been a race-winning contender. And, well, he may not be able to win this race, but he is looking quite strong. Here is pack number 2, led by Jessica Shelton in 9th position. 10th is Emma White. 11th is, well, actually, DJ Curtis. 12th is Jordan Davis, and I actually want to Tedford's another lap down. So 13th is actually Kyle Nova, the outside pole sitter. 14th is Angel, who got the wall early on. Or not early on, but midway through the last stint because the 28 broke down. So we're just staying out here waiting to see. This has been a pretty calm, like I said, overall a very calm American 700, but good to see the temperatures are also falling. We're down to 96, so, and it's pretty much going to stay there all night as we're getting into the later hours of the night. James Shelley is going to be a factor now, as he is going to be in the middle of this pack now, and be a lap car that they're going to have to deal with. It looks like, Hart was a little bit indecisive. That's going to give Galligan a run here, and Shelley's going to do the correct thing if you're a good teammate, and that is hold up your teammate's biggest competition, being Noah Hart. And that's what Shelley is doing. Typical, oh boy, what is Shelley? Shelley is all over the place trying to throw different blocks and everything. Vincent Allen saw what was happening and pitted. Smart. by his part, as the pit cycle is going to start pretty quickly. Galligan now is starting to lap some cars. It looks like Cyron is making it clear he's staying out again. And pretty much everybody else pits. Look at Hart try and pass some cars on the outside. I wonder if he would just caught speeding there, but did a nice pit pass there. Interesting here after the pit cycle is Nick Mace would actually lose the pack, as would James Silverfox, so they might need to work together to get up there, but it's back to a 5-car pack now with Cyron up there instead of Mace. So we're starting to see that this race is starting to turn its tide, but still, for the most part, the same 4 best cars are still in the lead pack, being, or 3 best cars being Hart, Galligan, and Perkins. But looks like Hart's going to get held up here by Rahal big time. Actually has to come down and block Cyron so he doesn't get a run. And it looks like they're going to try 4 wide. Maybe, nope. Looks like Cyron saw that and went to the middle once he cleared the 88, or once he cleared the 15. However, the big loser, I think, out of this is going to be Sean Galligan, as he is quite a ways back. Vincent Allen also is kind of losing the pack as well, so Vincent Allen's got to start closing up as well, so it's now top 4 only, as Vincent Allen needs something to happen as well. Noah Hart, the leader, is starting to catch up to some heavier, dense lap traffic, being Vernier. This is possibly the worst possible altercation. You got 2 lap cars battling, and nowhere really to run if you're some people. Oh, that's going to be close. Shelley nearly came down on Ryusu right by the leaders, and you've got slow lap cars trying to battle with slow lap cars. Noah Hart's going to take off like a bottle rocket, though away from that. Pretty much everybody is, and Vernier and Shelley are going to keep their battle going as well, but Noah Hart, what can you say about that 18 car? If it doesn't break, it's probably going to win at this rate. The only car I've ever seen really challenge it was the 44. 14 or 15 does as well, but I'm not going to count out the 55, because the 55 has been doing some pretty crazy pit strategy stuff, and now with him going out a lap later, he might if the caution came out at the right time, he could theoretically lap the field. The 55 could. Vincent Allen's actually going to bite on the pits first, as the Red Bull cars do, as I think everybody else is coming in now, but we're starting to see that the pit road is, like I said, going to, I think, maybe decide this race, looking at it. I mean, we're now 400 miles into this race and only seen 2 cautions, and it's still hot out, even though it's died down a little bit, but I think we're going to get some exhausted drivers after this one, because this race, I think a lot of people were actually hoping for a bit of a crash fest so people could get breaks, but that's been the complete opposite of what this race has done. This is probably a record low for cautions at this rate. After the pit cycle, Cooper Cyron would lead. Noah Hart, Sean Perkins. Galligan lost the pack. That's interesting. Galligan lost the pack, and Vincent Allen is actually now, these 3 might actually do something. This is a battle for position now. They could maybe get together with Galligan here. Maybe, well, the lease is pretty slow, but well, this pack doesn't look very strong, or this pack looks like it's going to be infiltrated here by some slower cars, but it's Cyron, Hart, Thaber, and Perkins, really. And if Thaber loses that group, we might see that secondary pack catch. We're not sure, though. Interesting here, Kyle Nova's reporting a mechanical problem. He is quite slow on track now, not nearly as quick as he once was. Actually, James Shelley's probably quicker than him also. So Kyle Nova's got a mechanical problem and is losing speed rather quickly through the corners, but that car doesn't look good. This is going to be Noah Hart's and the pack's first time that they're going to be dealing with Kyle Nova, who is now only running about half throttle, or running about 3/4 power. He has some serious problem with that car. They're saying it's overheating quite badly, so that car's getting ready to blow up, I think. And Nova's going to block Noah Hart. And whoa! There's some contact nearly between the teammates, the Horizon Group teammates of Perkins and Cyron. Cyron didn't know Perkins was down there and nearly wiped out his teammate, but Pack seems to get through them all right, through Nova all right, other than that.